Remember when you were making out with your first girlfriend, and you came right as she touched your leg? It was me, Barry. I jerked you off at super speed so it seemed like you nutted at just a woman's touch. Remember when you were making out with your first girlfriend, and you came right as she touched your leg? It was me, Barry. I jerked you off at super speed so it seemed like you nutted at just a woman's touch.
Now that is pure evil.
Thank
you guys for tuning in. I got Shelby Robertson here with me today, and we're going to be taking a look at some comics that I picked up today. Today was my second day off this week, Shelby. I usually only get...
It's too many days off.
I usually only get once during the week. I get Tuesdays off, but I got to work this weekend, so I took today off as well. I woke up at like 1 p.m., and then I went to the mall. I got some matcha bubble tea, also known as boba, and then I got some chicken teriyaki. It was good. I sat at the food court and watched an old interview from the 80s of Alan Moore talking about his Swamp Thing run. It was pretty cool. And then went to Half Price Books. Half Price Books. And picked up some comics. And then went to the comic book store. And then to this statue shop that's over here. So we're going to look at some books that I picked up. And you're going to let me know what you think of them. Let's see who's in the chat. We got Jay Money in the chat. Thanks for tuning in. Yesterday's Fool. Luke. What's up, Luke? Everybody check out his channel as well. We got El Gargoyle in the chat. And everybody loves boba tea. Everybody loves boba tea.
Yep.
All right, let's take a look at this, Shelby. The first one I picked up to add to my collection, we got Sin City. Sin City. Now, this is the second one, the second book. And you were just streaming earlier. You were talking about this big omnibus, Sin City omnibus that they have, which I've seen.
Yeah.
It's so big, it almost seems like you can't even read it. It's so huge.
It's too. I think it's actually called the Big Ass Sin City omnibus.
Yeah, it's like the big Sin City book or something.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick. But the reason I like these ones, I got this one too, number 2 and 3. I just looked for my Dame. No, this is the Dame kit. So for the Hard Goodbye, the first one, I have it. I don't know where it is though. But if you have the whole collection, it makes a cool spine image here. I think it's of the
on this. Yeah, one of the dancers. Yeah, Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy dancing at the strip club.
Yeah,
which is pretty sick.
Cool.
What do you think of Sin City, Shelby?
I like half the run. A Dame to Kill For is my favorite miniseries, and then the Yellow Bastard book. I really like that one as well. Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy, and this was after. Where in Frank Miller's career was this series?
So, I mean, that was in the 90s. So that was during the Image boom, maybe a little bit before is when he started it. But I mean, that stuff there, that's really influenced by Jim Steranko had a run where he was drawing that actual style, and I think that's what influenced Frank to try the reverse negative stuff, and then the use of negative space and extreme lighting, where the stuff where you don't draw outlines and all that.
Yeah, I love Steranko. I remember, he did that noir type stuff. Yeah, you could sort of see that influence. And I heard that one of the reasons Miller was doing this is because he wanted to draw a book that had chicks and cars in it, because he thought that he wasn't that good at drawing those things. So this is all, cars and hot babes, half naked chicks. Right. Really, look at that. Chase scenes, really cool stuff. And you're, Shelby, you're known to be old, right? So you were around when you remember this stuff coming out, huh?
Yeah, I remember when that came out. I think I was in I think I was on my third divorce when it started coming out.
What?
Something like
Jesus. I didn't know you were
not
that
really. I was in a junior high or high school.
Nice. You were allowed to buy this stuff?
Oh yeah. Yeah, our comic shop was run by a comic shop called Cop a Comic and was run by an ex-police officer, and he didn't really care. He kind of made his own rules.
Lots of what do they call this? Venetian blinds effect over the boobs. Really cool stuff. And then this one, I assume, has to deal with the prostitute chicks.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool stuff.
Yeah,
so
there was a little nod to that, like those kind of designs in the Batman All-Star, the one that Miller wrote and Jim Lee drew, and they never finished it, but they had the girl with the she had the swastika pasties.
Yeah. That was Miller did that in The Dark Knight, right? When Batman's dressed up as the old lady. The chick's got the swastikas in her boobs.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about Sin City is he'll go on these just blocks of narrative off to the side, almost if this was like an illustration in a novel or something. And he always does these, even in The Hard Goodbye, there's that scene where Marv is standing at the statue of that priest guy, and just the rain is coming down. Super vertical panels, text on the side, really unique to Sin City.
Yep. And then you already know Jim Lee's death blow was a complete, his it was his version of a Miller style, a Sin City style.
Dinosaur, the tar pits,
right? Right.
Just have a reason to put dinosaurs in a book. Super cool. Let's see what everybody's saying in the chat. Everybody's loving Sin City. Luke says the big damn Sin City book. That's what that big one's called. We got Tentacle Pentacle in the chat. Riverbend Bear. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Yeah, we're just gonna hang out for a little bit. Everybody loves when I go on streams and show off books. Basically, that's all I do. So I figured I'd do it on my own stream. Maybe we'll do more of these. Call it the Show and Tell series. Yeah. And Shelby,
there's a couple mini series we'll have to do.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so those are the first two I picked up. These are from Half Price Books. There's a bunch of them over here, and I actually got my Sin City 1 book from the same place. And then I went over to the comic shop. The cool thing also, this was interesting, at Half Price Books, they had a Dr. Seuss book for like $120. Let me see if I can pull that up.
Yeah. Did you get a picture of it?
Yeah, I sent it to my girlfriend. So hopefully, actually, I think I sent it and it's disappearing.
Do you think maybe it was like a fake thing, like a conversation starter? You know how like comic shops at conventions will put the Darkhawk up for $300, the Darkhawk #1?
Yeah. Hold on a second. No, I don't think I have it. It was not like a children's book. It was, I think I remember what it was called. Dr. Seuss Godiva. Yeah, here it is. Oh my God. There's some on here. Yeah, $200 online. Let me pull this up. This is eBay.
You must have found one with some creamy pesto in the middle of it then.
Seven Ladies Godiva. Dr. Seuss's Seven Ladies Godiva. And look at those booties. Yeah.
Whoa.
And he used the Dr. Seuss name, which is interesting.
What in the Robert Crumb is that?
His butts. Reissued. The True Facts Concerning History's Barest Family.
They must have been nudists.
They had this behind glass. It's like in a case. Like that's Crazy. But yeah, it was 120. Maybe that's a steal. Maybe I should go buy it.
Yeah, they probably don't have the internet in there at second half price books. They don't know the actual going price for it.
See, we got claims in the chat that Seuss was a nudist. I refuse to believe it. Shadowhawk, what's up? Eric, thanks for tuning in. I saw some about $80 at the thrift store and had recently been banned. They weren't in good shape, though. He's probably talking about the children's ones. Everybody likes the butt. You got that AAT. Yeah, I still have my old Dr. Seuss books from when I was a kid. So I went to Graham Crackers Comics, which is a chain over here. There's they have 12 stores. I think 10 in Illinois. They had a couple in Wisconsin, and they're pretty big. People usually when they do their indie books, that call up different stores to have be like, hey, you should buy my Image book or whatever. They usually know about Graham Cracker. It's kind of a big thing over here in Chicago. And when you walk in, there's a wall that's like a list of all of the best-selling graphic novels throughout their chain. I took a picture of it because I think recently they started picking up or selling, I should say, manga books. Because before it was all, American comic graphic novels on that thing. But now, because I have this picture here, you can see. So
it's basically, it's the manga wall now?
Yeah, now a bunch of them are manga, and all of the manga ones are sold out. Yeah. Before, I'd never seen any of the ones on here sold out. My Hero Academia, you got Demon Slayer. And the crazy thing, too, is these mangas are so popular that it's not just like before you'd see Killing Joke's on there, right? And then maybe you got Dark Knight or something, but 3 of these spots are taken up by Demon Slayer because it's Demon Slayer book 1, 2, and 3 are outselling everything else.
I just noticed the top 3. The only reason they're probably even that high is because of the television series and the movie deal that was announced, right? Yeah,
Invincible. Now I never heard of this one. I flipped through it.
It just got a movie. It's probably why it's up there. There was some, the director, I forgot. You'd have to look it up, but some director optioned it.
Really?
I read it somewhere like yeah, I don't pay any. I haven't read that book, so.
Yeah, I looked through it. It's like some teenage female horror book.
Yeah, the covers are interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the art is very of the times kind of Image Comics art that you'd expect to see out of something that was aimed to young adults.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, manga, even Avatar manga, Monstrous has been on the top 50s forever.
Yeah.
Batman Year One. But yeah, this is the first time I
How's One Punch Man still up there?
Yeah, crazy.
That thing's been hot for the last 5 or 6 years. It's been a while.
Right.
Maybe not that long, but it's been a while, man.
Because probably Graham Cracker just started probably this year, I think, carrying manga like this. So people are coming in. Because you'd imagine, people that come in, their families come in with their young kids and ask comic shops if they carry them. And if they don't, then, they better start carrying them. So I thought that was interesting.
So the only hope that an American book has of getting on their wall is if you have a TV show or a film,
right?
Yeah. And then your other option is be from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I'm gonna tweet this out so we get some more people in here. So let's see. We could look at. Oh, you could talk about this book. This is something. I don't know. Do you know about this book at all?
Yeah, I know that book's older than most people in your chat.
This one?
Maybe not.
All right. Let the people know about it while I tweet this out.
Blood Strike. It looks like it's the Rub the Blood edition.
What's that mean?
Rub the Blood. It was like this. They put the blood was supposed to have a texture to it. Yeah.
All right, I'll take it out in a second, and we'll start.
I mean, it might not. It might. Yeah, you rub it really fast, like Flash.
What's that do? Does it change colors?
I don't know. I don't remember. Mine's in a bag and a board, and I think I had Dan sign it when we were roommates. Because that's Frega's. I think that was Dan's first full length book. Because he already had his the Black Flag ash can that he was selling at shows and stuff. That's pre Shelby at Image Comics right there.
Oh,
by about a year maybe.
So you were like 15 when this came out?
Yeah, I was like 12 and a half.
12 and a half? That seems a little.
The half counts. The half counts. But yeah, so they put out that Rub the Blood edition. I don't know if there was another edition, honestly. I've only ever seen the one with the red blood. But yours looks a little faded. I think mine is very, very like crimson. So I don't know, maybe if yours is printed. I'm not entirely sure how many they did variants on all those first issues. They would have like foil embossed logos. They would have Jim Lee and Mark Silvestri had, it was a weird issue, like issue 5 of Wildcats and issue 5 and 6 of Cyberforce, where they did like the full chrome wraparound embossed. Like there's no color, it's just a metal cover that wrapped around.
Let's see. Look at this. What is this for? Dooms 3?
Dooms 4? Yeah, that book never came out.
Oh, Dooms
or
4.
The book came out. Yeah, that was supposed to be that was one of several projects that Rob was trying to get into Hollywood, and I guess Spielberg passed on it or something. Actually, here I got the actual.
Just letting you guys know, I just tweeted out the stream. So if you guys are on Twitter and you follow me, tweet that out, share it around, get some more people in here.
I got 2 of the variants. They look like the number. I guess there was 4 variants for one. There's 2 of the variants right there. So that's
this is that Doom book.
Yeah.
These are different. These are like that's not Bad Rock, is it?
No, I don't remember, man. It's not Bad Rock though.
Because
it's
it looks
flat
like
top rock. It's flat top rock. Look at on the back. Look,
it's plateau.
Look at early Dan, dude. Look at first ever Texas appearance.
Damn, that's Gorilla.
Yeah, look at old Frigga right there.
Damn.
So that was Black Flag 1. So this was printed. Okay, it looks like it was printed in '94. But he was showing this like it's full of these double pagers like this, dude. This was Mark Pasella, who used to draw. He was on Rob's coattails on X-Force. Yeah. Yeah. So, dude, look at that. You need to have that face in one of your books, Phil. Look at that face.
Yeah, that's awesome. There's a lot of lines on that face.
Yeah. Would you believe he's 8 years old?
All right, let me see if I rub this. Oh wait, I feel it. How did they do this?
I don't know. It's they called it the Rub the Blood edition, but
did it supposed to change colors when you rub it, or are you just supposed to feel it?
You're just supposed to rub it,
like
and then
Matt Murdock, right? He could. Oh, this is a cool comic, right? He feels.
Yeah, it's sort of like Braille, but it doesn't translate to anything.
I think they had Dan in the offices just splattering paint on it because I feel like I can maybe chip it off.
Yeah.
Blood Brothers played Prelude.
I'd be interested. I'll have to pull my copy out since it's been in the dark for 25 years. I think that the sunlight, whatever material they use for the blood, I've noticed that most copies I see in the wild are very like that red, like that blood stuff used to be very, very like crimson red. Yeah.
It's pink now.
Yeah, but I wonder if it's like oxidation or some, you know what I mean, like sunlight or what made it change, you know.
It's probably cancer causing.
Yeah, so you probably shouldn't lick that cover.
Yeah. So we got Rob on plot layouts and Dan Frega on pencils. Eric Stevenson doing script. This is a pretty cool shot here. So what's Bloodstrike about? He's like a guy with guns.
I think that they're technically supposed to be like zombies, I think.
What?
I think they were heroes that died and were brought. I don't know, dude. I haven't read these things in forever. I'm pretty sure. I know that Blood Brothers was like chapel, characters that were brought back from the dead and they stayed assassins and stuff.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, and that's a Cabot.
Cabot? Yeah. I don't know what that means.
No, the character's name, Cabot.
Oh, okay.
The Bloodstrike guy. Yeah.
His goggles are cool on this chick.
Yeah. Reminds me of Hawk and Dove.
Yeah. This guy's bubbly arms. Oh shit! Turn the book. Yeah, I love that stuff. Oh, we got Amanda B in the chat. What's up, Amanda? Ashen Jackal.
Jay Dallas says that their copy still has a pinkish red. So the red. So go back one page. The red on the cover. I'm telling you. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like the red, like those little pops of blood on the chest.
Yeah.
On the guy below it. Yeah. It was that dark. Yeah, it was that dark when I bought it. So.
My camera there. Yeah, lots of action in here. Whoa, this is my boy Keith Giffen, right?
Giffen, yeah.
Hell yeah, look at that. That's sick. Trencher.
I wouldn't want to color that.
Yeah, man. That is
you get
fun.
Flats. I'd pay someone for flats and then turn the page in. Be like, here you go.
He's like the definition of noodling, that guy. That was really cool. And it's cool because this wasn't always his style. Like you look back in the 80s, he had a very different style.
So to be honest with you, there was an artist, I don't know the exact story, but Giffen got his style from an artist that he was working with.
Mm-hmm.
And then he basically just gaffled the dude's style at some point. That's my understanding.
It's interesting because if you look back at the runs that Bisley did with Giffen, his buildings in the background resemble these. They're just very thin-lined, outlined buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Bisley got that from Giffen's breakdowns or if Giffen took that, but he just would noodle these buildings back in the backgrounds of like space scenes. And remind me of that.
Yeah, he either stuck to the layouts or he just like incorporated it into his style.
Because even like I got this right here. In that the new sketchbook that Bisley put out. You can see it right here. On these buildings back here behind this last page. That's totally what he'd do for Lobo. But yeah, I wonder which who was pulling from who. And I like how Trencher's body makes up the T of Trencher.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, so pick this bad boy up. And then I was just looking through the independent section and saw this Space Bastards with a Bisley cover. And I shot you a message, was showing you this. And there were a bunch of issues. Only 2 of them had Bisley covers. And this issue 7 is like a giant size. So it's thick. Like it probably has like 50 pages in it. And it has more than one story in it. And Bisley did, I think, the first one. So the first time I heard about this is they did a Kickstarter. I also heard in a Bisley interview some years ago that he's like, oh yeah, people that are fans of mine are now growing up and they have money and they're paying me to do work for them. So he was referring to this. I remember him talking about Space Bastards. They're like,
oh, nice.
Like the Universal Postal Service has gone AWOL, and postmen are basically for hire bounty hunters, and whoever can get the package to the planet first gets the money. and so they're all fighting over these packages. I'm pretty sure this is what that was, but
That's a cool concept. I mean,
yeah,
it's kind of it's not what's his name as the postman, but it'll do. Do you remember that film, The Postman? Kevin Costner.
No, I hate Kevin Costner. He sucks.
Oh, you'd love this film then. It gives you more to hate about Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
Is that Simon's work there?
Yeah. Let's see. Art. Yeah, this is his art. Bisley, and he also did the
Manicorns.
Yeah, and then there's other, because I think the first story, like, this is new Bisley stuff.
Yeah.
And then it changes after a while into the next stories.
Okay.
It's doing very wide. I think his new stuff, his storytelling is very chillaxed. He does a lot of the wide camera panels. That's just kind of cool.
That's kind of a Marvel thing to do now.
Yeah.
The new school, like the post 2010 Marvel style, is a lot of panoramic shots with deep crops.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, people argue that it's more cinematic, but I think that takes away from what we're able to do in comics and what sets comic books apart from film.
Yeah.
You know? And see, this is a different person. I don't know who drew this. This is more of a digital painted.
It's like photorealistic, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, anything that film is doing, I think one of the best things you can do is flip a U-turn and go the other direction.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
There we go.
All right.
Shiva. Is her name Shiva?
It looks like Shiva, yeah. But cool different art styles. I know this was on, like I said, on Kickstarter. I was really surprised about seeing him in the comic shop, though, and so soon. Because Bisley just did an interview, like the first time in a year. The last interviews I saw was him at, like, Perth Comic Con in Australia. And that was, like, 2018. But he did an interview with the creator of this book on his YouTube channel, so you guys could go check that out. And this is Bisley as well.
Did he do just the first story or the full book on that one?
He's I think this is all him, because let me see.
The whole book?
Yeah, it looks like it's all him, because this is less pages. I think it's just one story.
So their Kickstarter didn't do that well then. They could only afford an issue and a half of Simon.
Yeah, let me check, because I know there was some other,
like 98,000.
Yeah, man, his page rate is pretty up there.
Yeah,
they got some defecation on this page.
A
lot of
it's a werewolf.
Yeah,
or a wolf. Yeah,
there's some Bisley boobs for sure.
Yep.
That's a
blow up doll.
Just mayhem. This is insane. It's just a wacky book, I think. Lots of action. This is cool.
I like it. I'm more of a fan of his stuff on the sci-fi and horror stuff versus the photo, like the realistic stuff. When he leans that direction, I tend to like the other stuff more.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty wacky. So I picked those up. And I got this. This is a reprint of the first appearance of Swamp Thing by Robertson. They did this a couple years ago, I think 2019, and I just never got to pick it up. And I went back and asked them if they still had some, and I found one. So it was pretty cool. I really like Swamp Thing, trying to get inspired to, I want to make a character with like similar themes. Not so much a guy that is made of anything, but like the horror aspect, the gothic romance type of character. And Robertson did this whole thing. So it's cool. DC reprinted this the way it came out. Like there's no new ads in it at all. You can see there's the old ads from the actual book.
Yeah.
It just goes right into it. If you picked this up, like I was reading it earlier, and I'm like, is this a reprint? But I looked in like the small fine print down here, and it says 2019. It's what's it called? What's the old print called? The paper?
The newsprint.
Newsprint.
It's just newsprint. Yeah.
Yeah, so they were doing this for a while, and it was around the time that when Dan DiDio was still there, and he's like, I don't know what to do to get people to buy our new comics, and we're reprinting the old stuff, and it's flying off the shelves.
Yeah, because the old stuff's better, man. Like,
yeah, this old ad.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wrightson, first appearance of Swamp Thing. Lynn Wayne was doing the writing on this. They're both the co-creators of this character. And cool horror stuff. So I'm definitely going to dive into this. Glad I was able to get this. You a Wrightson fan, Shelby?
Yeah. I started really. I mean, there's only a couple of books that I own by Wrightson. I mean, I have I got the Frankenstein book.
Oh, you do?
With all the black and white plates and that. It's a cool edition. And then he did a Hulk versus Thing book. It was a prestige one shot. And then he also did a Spider-Man one shot, which is a prestige. It's like a magazine size. So it's like a square bound magazine size book. They're not that long. They're like 48 pages, but they're I'll try to look it up here. It's a cool book, man. Like the Spider-Man one is awesome.
Yeah, the stuff he did, like his old horror stuff, like in the Creepy magazine and things like that. Some really cool horror stories.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. So this one here, I really believe that Del Keown is heavily influenced by this book in particular, just because, like, if you look at that back cover, you can see it like big time. But I've always thought that. I got this book here when I was in high school because I like the cover. The funny thing is, I bought this book because I thought it was Charles Vess artwork.
Really?
When I first purchased it, yeah, I was like, oh, this looks like Charles Vess, because Vess had a kind of a romantic way of like drawing poses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that book there, that's the one that I think Keown. I feel like, yeah, they have it up on that one. You can see it on that one page too. That back cover. Like if you look at those monsters, like the teeth and the faces and stuff, it's straight up like.
Oh yeah, man, the gums.
Dude, you'd see. I feel like it's something you'd see in Pit.
For sure, man. No, that's awesome.
But like that, like, come on, man. That's straight, like even like Silvestri Darkness, right? Like the Darklings, right? Yeah, I can see where that probably influenced, today's artists.
Damn, that's some cool stuff.
It's good stuff.
Oh yeah,
the interiors are just like that too. They're colored like that too, like hand colored.
Wow, that's cool. Jeremy in the chat, I borrow ideas. We got George. What's up, George? Thanks for tuning in. Did you mention who the cover model was for House Secrets 92? No, I don't know. Please drop it in the chat, because I wasn't aware. But yeah, this pretty cool cover. Famous cover. Yeah. Who do you think modeled for that, Shelby? In 1971.
Christy Brinkley's grandma. I sent you another link there. That other link is for that. It's that Thing in Hulk book that I was telling you that he drew. And this one's cheesy as hell, man. Like the artwork is kind of cool. Some of the faces are kind of wonky, but he pulled it together with, like overall the artwork brings it together and all that.
Yeah. Let's see that.
Yeah, I don't think they have any interiors on that thing.
That was a really cool
But,
image, though.
yeah, and the insides to it are they're pretty neat. Yeah, those are the 3 books of Bernie's that I own. I might have some back issues that that of some of the Swamp Thing stuff. I don't have that first Swamp Thing book though, or House of Secrets. I don't have that.
Yeah, I wanted to read through that, get some inspiration. Let's see. George says that's your 1 strike. You got 1 strike, Shelby. Let's see the
I didn't say
cover
anything
model.
about X-Men.
We haven't. I bought no X-Men today. So George is safe. The cover model was Louise Jones, who later became Louise Simonson.
Mm.
Damn.
I can see she's got this. She still has that haircut.
Yeah, does she?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, Louise Simonson. I think she's co-creator of Cable too. Like I think she's because she was writing New Mutants at the time. Like she had created a whole mess of stuff. I saw some interview. She was talking about it.
That's awesome. I was looking at this while I was reading through it, and I love how I did the tombstones with the shadows, and the shadows make up the grass, but everywhere that the moon is illuminating the grass is nothing, and I love that. Kind of like that void of.
It's like that Miller, the negative space.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, love that stuff. Really cool. So, got that. I got another Swamp Thing that I don't know if I had, but I thought the cover was awesome. A little bit of Bissett, Stephen Bissett, did the awesome run with Alan Moore. This is really cool. I don't think this is the issue, but there was a series of issues where Swamp Thing's girlfriend, Abigail Arcane, she's going on trial and she's arrested for having basically inhuman relations with a monster because of Swamp Thing. And it's in Gotham City. She's arrested. And so Swamp Thing holds the whole city hostage. Like he grows vegetation throughout the whole city. And then there's like people are freaking out. They're getting naked and running in the streets, becoming like pagan freaks, like all hailing Swamp Thing. And it's just going back to prehistoric times at that point. And then Batman comes in. His Batmobile is like a big monster truck with saws on the front, like from Speed Racer, and he's cutting trees down. Swamp Thing kicks his ass, like he makes 5 clones of himself.
It's not a giant pair of left-handed scissors that just do this.
That would be hilarious. Let me open this up. But Swamp Thing beats him because Swamp Thing has like the powers of a god, and then Batman's like, just let Abigail, like he tells the police, just let fucking Abigail go because you got a guy in Metropolis who's banging a reporter, like an alien in Metropolis that's banging a reporter, and you're fine with that. So they let her go. But then Lex Luthor like fucks up Swamp Thing. He like throws a napalm at him.
Yeah, if you were to ask me who drew that cover, I honestly would have said Brian Bolin, honestly. Like early Bolin. Like I didn't know that was
Yeah, it says this must be just a John Totleben. Who was
I thought you said it was Bissett.
Yeah, it says Bissett here. Maybe Bissett did.
Oh, the writer. Yeah, okay.
The writing? I know Bissett, the artist, but maybe George knows better than me. I like the way Phil explains the issues. It's a good issue, man. Let's see. That's a Fun Swamp Thing annual. That annual is not the issue you're describing. It's another great issue. Yeah, I have the other one's like a 2-parter. That's an Alan Moore issue. So this is written by Bissett. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. And so I guess Tottleman's doing just the art. There's no like really credits. I guess it's on this page, huh?
That's a cool double page splash. What year did that come out?
Oh, this must be 88.
Okay, so I mean that to me that's still current. It's not a 70s book.
Yeah, there's no credits on this page. There's Abby. I love Abby's design with the white hair with the black streaks. It's awesome.
Well, that double page splash with the Swamp Thing breaking the panel and that pose, it felt like a 90s book. That's why I was asking. I was like, oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah. So, George Bissett wrote this. Pat Broderick did the interiors, and Toddleben did the cover.
Mm.
Look at this freak. He's a tree carrying Batman. Nah, I love this stuff. So I'll have to give that a read because I don't think it's in any of my collections. And then I saw this. I had to just pick this up just because of the cover, and I flipped through it. There's a lot of Lobo in it. It's a new comic. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm a sucker for Kyle Hotz. I think he's one of the best artists at DC right now. He's super heavily inspired by Wrightson. If you follow him on Instagram, he does all these monster headshots, and you could totally tell it's inspired by Wrightson. And this is a kick-ass Lobo Kyle Hotz cover.
Yeah, Hotz and Kyle Hotz and Kelly Jones. I always have to read the signature because I always get that because they have a very similar hyper exaggerated torsos and stuff that they draw. So I'm like, kind of have to look at the rendering a little bit.
Yeah, and I flipped through this. This is, I guess, all about Lobo. So I don't know who did the art.
Well, that looks like Kirkham art.
Yeah. There's his name. Kirkham's there. A lot of creators on this. I don't know if Humphreys did writing, which never gets signed, but like some Lex Luthor stuff going on here.
Tyler keeps getting a.
There you go.
Tyler. Very good. Yeah, very good colorist. Very good colorist.
Yeah, so he did this, and I guess there's like some dark, heavy metal energy that's, I don't know what the hell DC's doing right now, but Lobo looks cool. He's got like some bat helmet on and a badass bat motorcycle. So
Lobo, low bat. Low bat.
All right, we got that. My dogs are barking now. I picked this up for Grant Morrison fans out there. Are you a Grant Morrison fan, Shelby?
A little bit.
Thanks. It's a good answer. This was recommended a long time ago. The Rock of Ages. I don't know if anyone in the chat has read this, George. You're kind of a DC guy. I don't know how you feel about Grant Morrison, but I don't know. Howard Porter, is that the artist?
Yeah, Porter. He had an entire run for JLA that was really nice, and John Dell was inking him for a long time. One of the old Extreme guys started inking him too. Sean Parsons.
Yeah,
he was an inker for him for a bit too.
George, his name's Tyler Kirkham, right? Kirkham. Yeah.
Kirkham. Ham. Like
he has that book
hamburger.
He's doing some crowdfunding stuff too. I'm not familiar with that issue, but I do not like Grant Morrison. Sorry for the dogs, guys. But yeah, I guess this had everybody in. I haven't really read a lot of Justice League of America. The art looks kind of cool. Plastic Man, look at this. People are asking to kick me in the chat. Kick my dogs. No, don't kick my dogs. Jesus Christ. Shelby.
Your focus went out on my end.
Yeah, it's still pretty not focused.
Your camera doesn't like Grant Morrison either.
All right, we'll switch to another book. This is the last book I have, Shelby. God damn it. And this is for...
Look, the focus came right back. You see that? Crazy. Look, it went out.
I don't know what's going on.
It's 90s coloring, dude. 90s coloring like freaks cameras out.
George has friends that loves Morrison, so he can still be cool. Yeah, he's got some. He's a wacky writer. I like his Doom Patrol stuff. That was really weird, but I also like it because Bisley did some covers for it. Yeah, Leroy likes Kirkham. So this is another artist that Leroy really likes. In fact, we're going to be doing a books review, and that's why I picked it up. I also like these characters, and when I saw these issues coming out, I'm like, wow, these characters look cooler than I've ever seen them. And it is Metal Men, which is recent from last year or so. Dan DiDio writing, and Shane Davis doing the art. One of my favorite illustrations from this is this one, because Kenneth Rocafort did it, and I like rubbing that in Shane's face whenever I see him. So I'm like, yeah, this is the coolest one from the book. He's like, Kenneth did that. But yeah, well, if you guys are subbed to Leroy's channel, he's going to be doing a book review with a bunch of people, including, Shane's going to be on the panel, probably maybe the end of this month or maybe next month. I'm not really sure when, but really cool metallic illustrations here. Great colors too. Shane does some awesome faces. Look at fucking Tin looking like a weirdo. No, that's Zinc? Tin? I don't know. I just like weird, stretchy guys like Plastic Man and Metamorpho. So the Metal Men are right up there. Look at that. Shelby, you seem like a guy that doesn't care for Metal Men at all.
Oh, I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent. They're not the X-Men, but I'd still give it a read.
Yeah, but can Mystique turn into a slide for a little kid? I don't think so.
It depends on who's writing her,
I don't think so.
She can make a psychic slide. Who'd go down it really fast is Gambit. He's a speedster now.
That's what I heard. But he can't turn into a chair like Lead can.
No.
Okay.
It'd be a fun book to illustrate. I feel like that would be a fun book to illustrate.
Yeah.
Frege and my old roommate Pat Lee, he did a couple fill-in issues on the Superman Batman book. Yeah. But I think that what they did was I think the Metal Men were like the guest star characters. So he ended up just drawing like a buttload of pages of like Metal Men.
This is cool. A little ball and chain action.
Yeah, I like that face.
Yeah. My favorite of the Metal Men was always Mercury. Shane's talked about this before with this character, which he designed. And they're like, oh, we need a design for a new villain.
It went out of focus. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
There you go. And so he made this really cool villain, and I've heard him talk about creating new characters for companies because then you don't own them, and then they just kill the character off, right? So you can't get anything else because they're not going to bring him back. But it's a pretty cool character. I don't know what he's called though. Oh, this is sick cover. All ripped apart. Nice. George says Phil has the blurriest camera ever. It's true. I think I could shut off autofocus, but I don't really care. There's Mercury. Red guy. Yeah, so this is too many pages. It's 12 issues, full run, full story. You got Shane Davis's cool signature there. So that's him. So I guess we'll be reading that and watching that Leroy show. Other than that, do you have anything to show off, Shelby?
Cool, man.
I got this, but I don't know where the real book is. I read it, I promise.
Oh, I know. I believe you.
I lost it.
Yeah, that's the ash can that everyone got on the last campaign.
Nice. And then I got this ash can too.
Yeah, you got that. Yeah, it's a good book.
Recently,
I love all the pit ash cans.
Yeah, you're a pit ash can freak. Let's see what the cat's up to. Eric says, I remember reading an issue where they were getting destroyed by these bullet robot things, and it just grossed me out because of the way their bodies looked. It turned me off from them. Metal men? Yeah, metal men are weird.
So do they? I'm not familiar with the characters. Do they like regenerate? Like, are they just the whatever metal and they come back together?
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they're robots. They're like androids that are made of this liquid metal. They were created by, pretty sure they were created by this guy, whose name escapes me. Maybe George can help me out with that. God, what's his name? Starts with an M, I think. Something. I think that's his name. But he kind of looks like Shane Davis. So.
Oh yeah, he drew himself.
Yeah, Shane does that, sometimes. But we forgive him. Look at, he's a big telescope. It's amazing. Yeah, it says they are like Liquid Terminator. I agree. I still have to read this, Battlemania Knuckle Bomb 2, and this book. Which is an awesome CG book, Magna, The Last Pantheon. So if you guys like mythology, this is a pretty cool book too. But yeah, Shelby, do you have anything to show?
No, not really. I mean, I can show you that. I showed you this on the other stream. It's that other Bisley book that nobody knows about.
Yeah, my buddy Sim
The
told me
Four
about
Horsemen.
that a while ago.
Yeah.
And Preston also. I think Preston has it.
Yeah, the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Titan Comics. I feel like there was another one he did too that I passed on.
Yeah.
But dude, this thing's massive. Like, I mean, this is a bunch of pages, and it just I feel like nobody knows about it.
Yeah, it's super.
So it's super graphic. You got, all these. Let me make sure it's. Yeah, you got like crazy monsters.
Cool. That's like female evil Ernie.
Yeah, and then let me find some stuff that's. Yeah, then these battle scenes, like it's a cool book. I've never read this. I've thumbed through it 100 times, but I've never read it.
It's really cool. See, I prefer when Bisley gets colored like that over than the books like Space Bastards. Like it's a little darker, a little less cartoony. I mean, of course, it's going to be different for the different tones. This reminds me of a series he did called 13 Coins, but this looks better than that.
Yeah, the artwork's in it good. Like they got their money's worth.
Yeah,
whatever they paid him, look at this, dude. Like this.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think this is like
crazy.
I think this is like Book Revelations, like Four Horsemen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean that's what the title says, but I think it's just like a reinterpretation of it, And then you got I got to make sure I can't. There's like tits and stuff in the back of here. So there's like some of these sketches, like here, I'll show you this, like this.
Yeah, concept stuff. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And it's a bunch. You got like probably 15, 20 pages of this stuff of Simon, and then there's some weird CGI stuff in it. Dude, look at this. Like, I guess it's I don't know what he is. It's like a religious warrior thing, but the designs on these are pretty awesome.
Yeah, that reminds me of like some 2000 AD ABC Warriors stuff that he used to do.
Or like kind of a mix between that and like Warhammer or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it looks like they were working on a video game at some point because they have all these video game like stills and 3D models and stuff. Almost looks like a Kiss cover, right?
Yeah. Wow, that's cool.
So, yeah, they were developing it into something. I don't recall ever seeing that come out though.
That's sick. Yeah. This I wanted to show this off too. This is something that I saw at the store, and I almost bought to review it, but then I'm like, oh, I could just look it up online and read it, and to not support. support this. So this is what they're doing with Lobo now. A miniseries, I think it's 8 issues. Crush and Lobo. Lobo doesn't even get top billing on his book because it's about his daughter. And it's just sad. And they were like $4.99, but
you didn't buy the pink metal foil variant right there.
That one was $13.
Yeah,
they wanted for that $13 for that flashy cover, compared to you get the Pride cover, which was issue 1. They're already on issue 2, but look how many of those issues they still have. Like that was from last month. That's issue 1. So,
issue 1 just didn't move.
Yeah.
I mean the cover's kind of lackluster just from the colors, to be honest. If they colored it real dark and like painterly, it probably would have sold better,
Yeah. And then I guess, I don't know if that's issue 2, the one all the way to the right. It doesn't even, like, Lobo is a tiny doll on that one. So, and these weren't even the worst covers. There was a cover for issue 1, which was another Pride cover that it was just Crush and like her girlfriend or something. Lobo wasn't even on it. So, and I flipped through the first issue. Lobo's on the last splash page throughout the whole book. That's it.
Yeah.
So
it feels very Cartoon Networky to me.
Yeah.
For sure. Like Lobo's never been kid friendly, in my opinion.
Oh my God, I know. And I mean, we were looking at the books the other day, and literally on the back it says this book is not for dweebs, geeks, and people that have weak intestines, which is hilarious. And that's how it is. The only cover that I kind of like is the Amanda Conner one, just because I like her art and it's kind of comical. But yeah, I don't know.
It's a lot of overstock.
Yeah. People are getting 4 Horsemen. They like it. And the only daughter we need to know is the one who tried to kill him. Yeah, infanticide. Yeah, for sure. So this is what they're doing with the character. I know they're doing a Superman versus Lobo later on for the the Black Label. But the interiors are, again, cartoony. They have that Italian female artist drawing that one. She's popular on Instagram. But she does like nudie art and stuff. Can't think of her name right now.
Yeah, but Instagram likes equates sales, right? Isn't that how it works?
Yeah, I don't know. But that's what I did today, and that's what I picked up today, Shelby.
Nice.
Just wanted to come on. Yeah, there we go. You're right.
Books.
Andolfo is doing the Superman versus Lobo.
Really?
Bisley did say he's doing a cover for that, so I'll probably just grab that for the Bisley cover. Even though it'll be totally different from the interiors.
Yeah.
Though the writers seem suspect. Because Mirka's stuff is cartoony, but she doesn't care about drawing sexy stuff and action, which is good. But yeah, if the writers aren't there, then it'll probably be trash. But yeah, Shelby, I think we're gonna get out of here.
Cool, man.
I'm gonna go get some Raising Cane's. You ever had Raising Cane's?
Yeah, we had to stop going. We used to go twice a week.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, here, I'm just gonna pull this up. I am gonna do a review on it. This is an early printing of ABC.
Oh, I thought it said BBC Warriors. What the hell is that? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
That's
they
awesome.
are BBC. Yeah. Yeah. So this is
a Bisley?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's the same one I have. It's just a different printing.
Yeah, this is an early printing. I bought this when I was a kid.
Yeah. The 70s, right?
1983. I got this in the 90s, I feel like, though. I feel like I got this in 1990. But Simon Simon's work used to not be like messy and stuff. Used to be very like calculating, like very technical, like super technical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to find my copy. Where the fuck anything is anymore?
Like here, I'll show chat. Chat's still around.
Yeah. Show the
Like
chat.
like hard edge, very clean, like super clean, like the hatching and stuff is super clean.
Well, that's the stuff that probably got him all the jobs in America. You know,
Yeah.
look at that Joe Pineapple's looking like a badass wearing that freaking man thong.
I mean, there's glimpses of what Simon would do later, like this panel here where he's getting choked out. Where's that? There it is, right there. Like that's a very Lobo-esque sort of a thing, right?
Damn.
Yeah, dude. But like he doesn't draw stuff like this face right here.
Mm-hmm.
Like he doesn't do that kind of stuff anymore, you know.
Right. I wish he would, because that stuff is like where he started. It's cool, and I know everybody evolves, but that stuff is still kick ass. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know where any of my books are, so can't show you. I have the one that it's signed by Bisley. I got it off eBay for like $40.
I just noticed that sketchbook I got is signed. The one I thought got at the comic shop.
Yeah, he signed. I don't know if he signed all of them, but
yeah, signed it because I thought it was. He signed it in Sharpie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but it looks, because the whole cover's like hella messy. I thought it was just printed that way, like he signed his. Because this is a prelim, so I thought he signed the prelim and then they used it. You know.
No, yeah, he signed mine up here.
No, mine he just wrote by.
You feel that cover though? Feel it.
Yeah, it's like it's like the Rub the Blood, but the whole cover.
Yeah. No, so this is like a smooth touch finish. And if you ever opened up the package I sent you with my books in it, you would know that
guy.
There's this Space Bastards guy.
Yeah.
If you opened up my book, you would realize that I had the same cover type, the velvet touch cover, but you refused to open up the package I sent you with free books in it. You know.
Yeah, I don't want to open it.
But funny story behind that, I sent my copies because I had some printed in the UK for Bisley to sign of the Lost Pages. And I sent it to his guy who is like his art rep. And he's like, dude, these feel awesome. Like, how do you do that? Like, what's it called? I'm going to do it for this book.
Oh, so, that's how he figured it out.
Yeah. So I'm the reason that this happened.
You're the reason Simon has a career. Let's be honest.
I never said that.
I did.
And it's not true.
I just said it.
God damn it. Yeah. So let's see. That's a clean camera, Shelby, unlike others.
Yeah. It's because I don't eat Cane's chicken before I touch my camera. That's all
right. I got to go eat Cane's and some guacamole.
Damn it. I might go get some Cane's now.
Yeah, do it, man.
The cane sauce, dude. The cane sauce, I buy extras. So good.
Yeah. Oh, me too. Yeah, I need like at least 2 of those things.
I use it for my fries too.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that'll get you. Lord Crackhead, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. And if you guys are watching this on a replay, leave a comment down below. Those help us out. You can say whatever you want. And we will catch you guys later. What? Just say whatever
say what you want.
When it doesn't have to pertain to the stream.
Yeah, tell Phil what he should be reviewing. Tell him the content that you want.
What do you guys want to see? You want to see more show and tells? You want to see more books? Do you want to see me reading Lobo comics on here? So you guys can follow along. I think that's what people really want to see. The cane sauce with Chick-fil-A. Oh.
Can't do that on Sunday, though.
Yeah, that's true. It always gets me. Okay, everybody. We're taking off.